If this is your first time, welcome to the show, but please go back and listen to them in order so that your child can follow along with the story. Find helpful content that goes along with the podcast at NKEnlighten.com. Thank you for your support and enjoy the show. Welcome back. Are you there? Must apologize for the heavy bleeding, but I'm on the treadmill. I would have done this sooner, but my schedule has been so crazy. I've walked with Millie for a long time, and I have convinced her to come back and tell us a story. Not today, but on one day, she will be back to tell us the story of her creation, and it kind of goes along with yours. That would be called a similarity, or something that we have in common. 3, 2, 1. Well, that we are done with that. Now, I have a very interesting story that I cannot wait to tell you. I was up all night working on it, and I have figured it out. I want to try to teach you all that I can, but I know at times that drawing can be very boring. But I have to make sure that we push through it, and that we are always learning to make ourselves better. The best that we can. Anyway, on to my story. If you want to hear it, of course. Rewind my smelling cheese! This is great! I was hoping you would say that. I was assuming you would say that. Alright, so let me sit down and we will get to it. Much better. Now that I am in my storytelling chair, I am ready to tell you a story. Once upon a time ago, not too long ago, there was a lion. His name was King. He was a proud lion, and there is nothing wrong with that, as long as we are not too proud. We must not think that we are perfect. Everybody in the world has faults, and we mustn't forget that. This is why we must always strive for perfection, even though we always fall just for it. From a very young age, Mommy Lion always told him, you must eat all your meat and have a second helping. You may be big and strong, but don't forget your dessert. You must eat it because you are going to be a king. King's daddy would always tell him, you are the mightiest of all the land because you will be the biggest. And King would repeat it. I am the mightiest of all the lands because I am the biggest. The king's mommy and daddy took very good care of him, even though they were very poor. They never let the baby king lion know it. He had all the latest toys and all the best games, and everyone wanted to be around him to enjoy all of his things. Because when the lion got done, he would give it to his favorite friend of that day. When baby king wasn't so baby anymore, 18 years old to be exact, his mommy and daddy sat him down and had a long talk with the lion. Now that you are 18, King, you must leave our home and fulfill your destiny, said Daddy Lion. Mommy and Daddy Lion were sure to tell him everything they have done for him, and that all the privileges had, even though they were very poor. King got up and walked to the door. He was very scared, and he was very sad. King has never had to take care of himself before, because Mommy and Daddy always did it for him. He didn't even know how to make his own food, but he was very, very proud, and he let all of this slip out of his mind. On his way out of the door, he turned and he looked back. Don't forget we love you and everything that we did for you, Mommy Lion said. I won't, Mom. Thank you, Dad. I love you both with all my heart. King disappeared out of the door, and he said, I am the biggest lion of all the land. Look at my mane. Look at my feet. Look at my tummy. Look at my butt. There is no one quite my size. I am sure of it. King, you are the most talented. I have no faults, and that is why everyone should bow to me, he said to himself. He had no idea what his destiny was, but he knew he was so great that he would know very soon. So he walked for miles and miles, and he became very lost. He found himself some animals, and he said, "I am the biggest lion of all the land. Look at my mane. Look at my feet. Look at my tummy. Look at my butt. There is no one quite my size. I am sure of it. I am the most talented. I have no faults, and that is why everyone should bow to me." The big monk agreed, for he heard the lion's stomach growl, and he quickly answered,
"So you're going to go down this path, and you are going to see a big tree. The biggest one in the whole forest. You can't miss it. Climb to the top, and you will be sure to find what you are looking for."
Well, the chipmunk did not have any idea what the lion was looking for. And he did not tell the lion that the tree that he was talking about lived a family of birds, and they were big birdies. Without questioning it, because why would anybody lie to him? He was the biggest and the best. Plus, he was so great, he would know when someone was lying to him. So he continued on. Before he got to the tree, he became very hungry. So hungry he could not take another snap, and he smelled the sweet scent of some berries. He picked up his pace, and he found the source of the smell. But there were nothing but ants. "I am the biggest lion of all the land. Look at my mane. Look at my feet. Look at my tummy. Look at my butt. There is no one quite my size. I am sure of it. I am king, and I am the most talented. I have no fault, and that is why everyone should bow to me," he said. The Vants heard the lion's stomach growl louder than anything they have ever heard, and they began to pick berries and feed King. He trusted the ants, because why would they mislead him? Plus, he would know if they tried. Little did he know, the ants had gave the lion all the poison berries they could find. The lion did not notice at all. He actually got right up, and he continued his journey. The Vants wanted to see what was going to happen, so they followed. The lion certainly did find the tree. Then he began to climb, and climb, and climb. But he started to get very sleepy. But by the time the ants had showed up, there was already a crowd, including the chipmunk.
"We gave the lion poison of berries. I bet he will fall any minute. We wanted to come see. I'm the one that climbed the tree."
"Complete genius, mi amigo," said the woolly Vants. But Ving didn't fall, although he made it all the way to the top, and the booing shot up from the ground. But the lion was so tired, he didn't even notice. He found a big nest filled with giant birds.
"Coo, coo, get here!
I am the biggest lion of all the land. Look at my mane. Look at my feet. Look at my tummy. Look at my butt. There is no one quite my size. I'm sure of it. I am king. I am the most talented. I have no faults, and that is why everyone should bow to me." The birds moved aside and let the lion sleep in their nest. He crawled right in, and he went to sleep. Because why would the birds deceive him? Even if they tried, he would know. Little did he know, the birds had a plan to tip over the nest and let them fall out all the way to the ground. And that's just what they started to do as soon as the lion fell asleep. Not too far away, another lion heard the booing. His name is Very, and he comes from a very long line of littles. His dad was a famous, not little, and his mom's name is Kinda. Wow, he was a little. He was a fit lion. Every day he ate out of his vegetables and beans first, and only was allowed to eat till he was full. On occasion, they had dessert when Daddy felt like he wanted some, but other than that, they ate mostly only fruits and vegetables, with the occasional meat. Now he is older, much older, and he tends to find himself vending to himself because Mommy and Daddy has showed him everything that he needs to know. When he heard the ruin, he knew there was something wrong. He ran as fast as he could. When he arrived, he seen King falling from the tree. He ran as fast as he could, and he asked all the bystanders to push as many leaves as they could underneath where he would fall. And all the animals, after he finished with his request, he ran and he got the biggest mouthful he could, and he ran back faster than all of them, and he did it again and again and then again. And this encouraged even the turtles to pitch in what they could, even if it was just a leaf. "You're doing just fine," Very said to the animals that looked like they were ready to give up, but they seen no hope, and they wondered why they were trying to help the bully anyway. "Hurry, the birds will loosen the nest in no time." All the animals kicked it into high gear, moving even faster. And I promise you, a turtle overtook a rabbit. I'm telling you no lies. I promise. It's all about the motivation. Just then, the last twig was loosened, and down tumbled a lion. The forest watched him fall, with glee, waiting for it to happen. When he landed safely, the crowd booed and started to disperse. King let out a grand roar, and everybody bowed. He started to make rules that were not fair.
"We have rules, and we like them,"
said a hippo. "Rules are for peons," said the king, "and you are a peon now."
"Why should we bow to you?"
said the hippo. "I am the biggest lion of all the land. Look at my mane. Look at my feet. Look at my tummy. Look at my butt. There is no one quite my size. I'm sure of it. I am king. I am the most talented. I have no faults, and that is why everyone should bow to me." Very stepped up and said, "I am very disappointed."
"No, you're very little," said the hippo. "Not very disappointed."
"Yeah, tell him, amigo. Tell him to get out of our town."
I am saying I am not happy with all of you. We are a community full of love and compassion. We have ruled this lion with nothing but hate and disrespect.
But he started it. Yeah, amigo, he started it.
King grew a smirk on his face and said, "You are all but mere mortals. I am a king. I might as well be God because I am perfect. I can treat you any way I want. Now listen to this, little lion. Tell you should respect me." Very grew a little more angry. "We are all but mere mortals. We are all equals, and we will treat everyone like so, including you, king." "Ha! I will do no such thing." "You will, or unfortunately, I will have to kick you out," said Very. "Who are you?" said King, and he started to laugh. "Just kick him out, amigo."
Yeah, we have no use for him.
"Yeah, let him go find his own home."
Go, kick him out.
"I have just saved your life. I could have left you to suffer, but I did not. Chipmunk, you led him astray when he simply asked for directions. Ants, he simply asked for food, and you tried to hurt him, and almost did. Birds, he just wanted to take a nap. You could spare your nest for a short time, but instead you spilled them out. You all owe him an apology. Let me be the first to say sorry, and to welcome you. And if you are traveling with anyone, all the riches of food and family, as long as you pull your own weight, you are welcome to. We will never have a king, because a boss is not a thing in between here and there. But you are more than welcomed to be our leader." Ving looked at him astounded. He had just treated him very royally, but yet he apologized, and even welcomed him to his kingdom, and told all the animals that treated him in response to how badly he has treated him. And he offered him to be the leader. Him, his mom, and his dad knew he would be great. One by one, the animals apologized and began to welcome to the town and walk away. "But I was so mean to all of you. Why would you want me here?" said King. "Because look at your mane. Look at your paws. Look at your tummy. Look at your butt. We could use someone just like you here for all the biggest tasks. So what do you say? Thing looked off into the distance. Then a miracle happened. A little mouse, the littlest in all the forest, came and apologized and gave his littlest toe on his strength paw a big hug. The king broke into tears. This is the first time he has ever been hugged.
Yes, a million times yes. I will sleep in the road. I will eat nothing but what I pick. If you show me how, please, I will do anything. I will do all the work.
King, slow down. While I appreciate your enthusiasm, we all will pull our fair weight. And by the end of the day, we are all full, fit, and full of good food and awesome friends, which leads to great community. Wow. That story makes me cry every time. I'm sorry. I'm going to clean myself up now. Oh, if you're wondering what happened to the lion's parents, the lion never went back to them. He realized that the true thing that his parents wanted, he wanted the lion to become great so that they could share into his riches. And thankfully the lion realized it with Valley and the rest of the community's help when he learned true love. Now, I hope you will not enjoy this story and will join me here tomorrow. Awesome, you are the best, always. Now remember, our journey will be long, our journey will be fun, but most of all, our journey would make us better. Bye for now. Thank you for joining me for this story. I hope you loved listening to this as much as I loved writing it. Please go to nkenlighten.com to see the lessons that we are working on here and to get the worksheet. Thank you for your support and have a good night.